Do you ever feel as though you have stepped into a completely new reality? Maybe you are experiencing strange physical signs or symptoms. Maybe you are receiving symbols or omens all around you. Maybe you've noticed changes in your life or in the behavior of those around you that causes you to question whether you have shifted into an entirely new dimension. All of these can be signs of reality shifting. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the most common signs that you've shifted into a new reality or that you are about to shift. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. First, let's establish a basis for what I mean by reality shifting. In the law of attraction community, we often say that our thoughts create reality, that our energy creates reality, and that we can change absolutely anything we can imagine about ourselves or our lives simply by shifting our energy. In other words, when we shift our energy, we can shift reality. But another way to conceptualize this thing we call manifesting with the law of attraction is to think of manifesting as shifting into a new reality. From a physics perspective, a limitless number of parallel realities exist all around us. And these realities are actually accessible to us through shifting our energy in the form of thoughts, words, actions. Any form of energy shift can result in us shifting into a new reality. Reality is constantly in motion. It may look very concrete on the surface, but it's actually all made up of energy and matter. It's all very impressionable, changing in every single moment. In fact, many people theorize we are actually shifting into parallel realities every single second. It's just that those realities, the new realities, look so similar to our own, we don't notice them right away until we've shifted so far that the changes become more obvious. Here are the most common signs and symptoms people tend to experience once they have shifted or are shifting into a new reality, once they are using their energy to shift the fabric of their world. One is they will often see what we call angel numbers or repeating numbers. Any number sequence that takes on significance to you because of how synchronistic it seems, or because of how frequently you see it, it begins to feel almost uncanny. These kinds of numbers can vary from person to person, but oftentimes they are numbers like 222, 444, number sequences like 1212, 1010. These numbers are often sent to us by the universe, by our higher selves, our angels, our guides, whatever divine forces you connect with, to show us that we are on the right path, to deliver messages to us, especially in those times in which we are shifting realities. Another sign we can receive that tells us reality is shifting is seeing an omen. And by omen, I just mean some kind of symbol that holds a very great significance to you. This could be a shooting star. I've heard a story of a girl knowing she was shifting realities because she saw 3 doves out her window. Symbols or omens are usually things in your life that seem to pop up out of the blue and seem to hold some kind of very great significance. Oftentimes they are things that are unlikely to happen or to be seen, like in the example of a shooting star. It's unlikely that when you look up in the sky, the moment you look up at it, you're going to see a shooting star. Especially pay attention if these omens occur at times when you are thinking about the changes that are happening around you. This can be a very good sign of reality shifting. A third sign of reality shifting is a change in the behavior of others. What many people don't understand is that everyone in our lives is reflecting back to us what's happening within us on the inside, on the internal plane. This means that when we shift our inner energy, our own internal energy, everything about our external world begins to shift, as well as the people around us. Someone who used to treat you very poorly may suddenly treat you really kindly. Coworkers who you didn't get along with, you may suddenly get along with. Or on the other side of that, people that you used to connect with, you may no longer find yourself connecting with in the same way. Family members may seem to have radical changes in behavior all of a sudden, but everyone else claims that they've always been that way. These can all be signs that you have shifted your energy and therefore shifted your reality. A fourth sign of reality shifting is having a different memory or recollection of past events than the people around you or society more broadly. Have you ever heard of the Mandela Effect? It's become kind of a buzzword in today's society because it's such an interesting phenomenon. The Mandela Effect is when collectively many people, whole segments of society, remember a very specific thing happening in a very specific way or being a specific way. And yet, society and many other people in the world tell them it was never that way and are very insistent that that thing has always been the same and never changed. The explanation for this is that we can not only shift reality on a small personal scale, but also on a broader scale, collectively, as groups of people, as families or communities or societies. Whole segments of the world population can shift at once from one reality to the next, depending on their level of consciousness and their energy. So if you find yourself remembering the past very differently, know that when you shift realities, you not only alter the present and alter the future course of your life, but you also alter what actually happened in the past. People are very interested when I talk about how to change the past using the law of attraction. And this goes along with the methods that I've taught, some of which come from Neville Goddard, who taught that you can change the past using what he coined the revision technique. And in the revision technique, essentially you reimagine the past. You shift your energy by thinking about the past differently over and over until you actually begin to see the effects in your world around you of the past having been changed. So for example, one way Neville Goddard recommends doing this is if you have an argument with someone, let's say a spouse or a significant other. After this argument, you can use Neville Goddard's revision technique to alter the past. You can imagine it over and over the way you wanted that conversation to happen, instead of imagining the argument, essentially replacing your past memories with new memories. And by doing this, you shift into a new reality. And the next time you see or meet that person, they will treat you completely differently and even as if that argument never happened, because you almost instantaneously shifted into an entirely new reality where the argument either didn't happen at all or went very differently. I also want to pause and say here that if you feel intrigued by this idea of changing the past, parallel reality shifting, erasing the past, one powerful way to shift realities is to meditate with subliminals. This is because 95% of our thoughts are actually stored in the subconscious mind, and research because of this has shown that the subconscious mind is thousands of times more powerful than the conscious mind. This means that if you can alter the thoughts in the unconscious, subconscious mind, you can very quickly shift your energy, and by doing so, shift the very fabric of your reality. Set a completely different course for the future, and even erase or rewrite the past. I have created a specific subliminal designed for parallel reality shifting to completely erase whatever past is unwanted to you and allow you to drastically shift and alter your present energy in order to step into a completely new dimension, a parallel reality of your desired choosing. This subliminal is available to all members on my website, Sound and Soulful, which I know many of you are already signed up, so this is repetitive, but thank you for supporting my work as a member on my site. Those of you who don't have an account, you can create a trial account and test out this subliminal as well as any subliminal in my library completely free for 7 days. So the link to this parallel reality shifting subliminal will be in the pinned comment and the description box. I also want to say here that if you see a subliminal on my website designed for a specific change that resonates with the new reality you want to shift into, you don't have to use the parallel reality shifting specific subliminal to use subliminals to shift. You can shift using any subliminal that reprograms your mind for that new reality you want to step into. The fifth and final sign I will share with you that you are shifting realities is you will experience physical symptoms. These symptoms can range from feeling very lightheaded, feeling dizzy, even feeling sick or nauseous. You can also experience hearing ringing or buzzing or clicking or beeping in your ears, weird auditory sensations. Any strange new physical symptoms that seem very unexplainable to you could be a result of a very powerful energetic shift that has happened, of you literally stepping into some kind of parallel reality and still feeling some of the effects of shifting so drastically and so quickly on your physical body. I hope this video was interesting for you if you are someone who is trying to shift the nature of your reality or step into a completely new reality using your thoughts and your energy. If I did resonate with you, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.